Hello everybody, how's it going? My name is Joni. This is Weathered Wings, where I'm always trying to encourage you to create something pretty for your home. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I've got this. Have y'all heard of Iflex? Okay, Iflex. It's kind of like wood you bend, I guess, but it's wood molding. Y'all, it's a tray. It's a tray. Look how pretty it is. Okay, look at that detail on there. So I did not add the molds. This is already on there, okay? Easy peasy, right? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull you down, I'm sorry. And we need to go down to the table. I'm gonna be using Paint Couture paint. Here we go. So right here, Paint Couture in Angelic, okay? It's a beautiful, beautiful white. And so first thing I want to do though, because I have another one, so you're not going to have to wait for it to dry, because this is not chalk paint. This is acrylic paint. And so I can't just use that and dry it real quick like I normally do. But I wanted this to be a really smooth, just a really smooth finish, and I can get that with Paint Couture because it self-levels. It's just a beautiful paint. But I did not clean the other one like I'm doing right now, and so I had a bunch of little paint boogers in there. So, but I do want to show you the paint and how pretty it is painting on it. And it is the smoothest paint. I normally don't use it for my, for creating like home decor. I love it on my furniture. But again, I wanted this to be really smooth. See how smooth that goes on? It just self-levels. It's a beautiful, it's a wonderful paint. It really is. And every time I use it, I'm like, why do I not use this more? And I know why I don't. It's because I can't dry it. And I can't do videos really quickly with it. Because it doesn't dry like the DIY chalk paint, right? But I'm prepared today, and so I painted one, and I put it off to the side. Normally it takes like 4 hours if it's just drying on its own. That's the recommended time. But I put the fan on it, and so the other one's it's good and dry. So again, this is Iflex, and I think it's made out of wood shavings. I can't really find what it's made out of, but I think it's wood shavings. But I mean, it's wood. And so what normally you do with these, they have trim molds, and y'all may have seen me use the bow. But it's hard, and you heat it up with a heat gun, or even a hairdryer, I think works. And it can bend. It's bendable, so you can mold it, kind of like a mold, a clay mold, and then it just dries back into shape. See how nice and smooth that is? All right, so I'll just leave that. Find somewhere to put this. Okay, I'll leave that. I'll do the same thing, for the roses as well. Here's the one that I've already painted, and I sealed it also sealed it with a Paint Couture satin. I love their top coats because there's not hardly any brush strokes. It's very smooth. It self-levels, just like the paint. So now I'm gonna just move right along because I've got the redowel, okay, I'm gonna try to say this correctly. I was told it's called Redoute. All right, and it is roses. It's just full of roses. That's all that's in this transfer set, and I've already cut out some, but y'all, they're the most beautiful roses. I love it. I love it, and it has script all on these, so you can cut those out. There's lots of leaves and lots of buds, which I really like. And there's lots of different color red. You get really dark reds and really pinky reds. See, here's a really dark one. You got bouquets. Really nice, okay? And so these come in, this is an 8-sheet, 12 by 16. So I didn't show you these because I've got it. I think I'm gonna use this one. I thought about using this one, but I think I'm gonna use this one. I've used it before. So again, I do have a top coat on this, and it probably didn't need a top coat because the Paint Couture paint has a little bit of a top coat built in, but I think I'm gonna go with this and then some script. Let's see, I pretty much want that centered because the script is gonna, I'm into roses right now for some reason. All right, so I'm gonna lay that down. Okay, so you just rub it on. So if I didn't resin it, I would have to top coat over this again, okay? Because you have to seal your transfers. But see, this little tray, it's just perfect for a little resin right in there because look, it'll hold it because it's got this little lip and its little edges. And I'm thinking it's gonna just hold the resin. I've not done it. You know, most people turn this little sheet over on the shiny side and they'll burnish. Well, it scares me. It seems like every time I do that, a little piece will pick off. So I like to just pat it down with my hand. Okay, and just kind of do it like that because I don't know what happens, but okay, so that's what we have so far. You saw it did come off so easily, right? Because I had the top coat on there, which I rarely do. Y'all see me all the time not doing that, but I think I'm gonna go with this. This is light brown sugar, okay? But I'll go ahead and show you. So you just rub it on. It's already got a clear coat on there. Which with this glaze, you don't have to clear coat, but I still like to. I want to be able to manipulate it as much as I can. And I just wanted this to be really subtle. I just wanted the details just to kind of show a little bit. Now you could use black. There's a black glaze, there's a gray glaze, there's a really dark brown glaze. And these glazes are not your normal glazes. You have a good amount of working time. I always laugh and compare myself to Lucille Ball eating those chocolates, you know, on the belt. That's what I always used to feel like I looked like trying to glaze something, trying to get it off as quick as I could before it started drying up. But this is it's really good. You really do have a lot of working time. And a lot of times I will, let's see if I have some water in here. I just will spray my little cheesecloth here. Do that now. Yeah, hopefully the I would seal this again after the glaze dries. You can actually wet this glaze too. You can, like I could spritz it right here if I needed to. So let's just see how it does. A lot of times I like to tap it first for some reason. I'm not sure why. Kind of gets it, I feel like it kind of evens it out. Then I can just start wiping it back. Again, this is just a little piece of cheesecloth. Now, it still would work in sections though, because I really want to I don't want a bunch of it on there. But this is just a really pretty antique color, this light brown sugar is what it's called, light brown sugar. And the tray is Iflex. It's just an Iflex tray. I do have it on my website. And it's under Iflex. I just set them up under Iflex. I've added these and the bows so far. All right, so I'm just going to work in this little section first. All right, I'm actually going to spritz that a little bit. So you can spritz this glaze, which is really nice. Again, I really just want it in the details, but just a hint. Now, when it congregates in the little, like up in here, isn't that pretty? See, I love how it just kind of, I'm getting it to settle in the side over here. And you can always add more if it comes off right there. Push it in there. So I will take just another little brush, even a soft little blending brush. You can even use an old blush brush. I think I have some of those in here. And then I will just kind of feather it in right here. Just kind of blend it. You can use a little wet one. You can wet your brush if it needs to, if it needs to move. Anybody? We have one glaze that has a shimmer to it. It's called Zinc, and it's kind of a grayish dark color, which is pretty over the Stardust metallic. But all the magic comes when you go to wiping it off. Okay, so I'm gonna take my cheesecloth. You need to get to a good clean side. So right here, you just kind of wipe off the very top, just like you would do if you were waxing. I don't know what I just said, waxing. I've not used this in so long. Love it. So again, I can do my little brush in there as well too. Just kind of get that out. Can't get your fingers in the little crevices there, which I usually cannot. So you can leave as much in there as you like. See how I'm just moving that around a little bit? It's just kind of, you don't want it pooling in there. Just, I love this so much. All right, isn't that pretty? All right, so you see the difference. So that's one side nothing and one side glazed. Now you could make one of these as well, right? You could just use the IOD molds and just get a round piece like this, and some of the flower molds. But you know what? If you're lazy like I was, I just love this. And sometimes the molds don't always cooperate, but you can definitely make this. Once the glaze is dry, I will just seal the whole thing one more time. And then it's done. As wax and so I think that's it for now. I think you just keep rubbing. I love it. Let me turn it around because this is like I've got. I have to add some more around the edges. Show it up close. So here's the, see how it's just settling in those roses. It's just very soft. Like that. All right, y'all. Have a great evening, and I will see you real soon. Bye.